Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Virginia. This is the Art of the Oracle. Welcome. We are going to do a pick a card reading. So this is an intro just to show you how we're setting things up. We're going to ask 4 questions. This is all about you and getting answers to some questions. We'll use a corresponding deck for each one of those. The first question with the Divine Feather Messenger is, what is opening up for you? The second one, we'll use the Kali Oracle and ask what gift is being given to you at this time. And then the third one on the journey here with Alison Filice is, what is leaving your life? What are you letting go? And finally, we'll go to the Light Seer's Tarot and dive a little bit deeper with a few more cards and ask, what is moving through your life right now? What is the lesson? What is the current? What is moving through that maybe you are not aware of, or maybe you are aware of and it just gives you confirmation. So I will be right back to set up a pile for you, and you'll have an option of choosing between 3 piles, and within each pile we will ask these 4 questions and pull the cards from that. So thank you for being here. All right, so here is the beginning of the 3 piles for you to be able to choose from. This is for pile number 1. So I've chosen the first 3 cards, and then we will go through the tarot together, along with this beautiful opalite stone. And for pile number 2, this is the grouping of the first 3 questions answered. And this stone is a snowflake obsidian. And lastly, for pile number 3, this is your pile, the grouping of cards for the first 3 questions. And this is, I call this the wise one, but I believe, so I found this, it's very interesting. It's quite a heavy stone, but I believe it's limonite, which is kind of a combination of many different elements, including iron and a variety of things. So that is for pile number 3. So take your time, focus on, whatever you're drawn to, whether it be the stone or whether it be the feather. And when I go into the pile, I'll give you more information about each one. So I'll leave the video running for just a couple more seconds here for you to kind of send your energy forward and find out which one is really speaking to you today. All right, welcome back, pile number 1. So if you have chose this beautiful opalite stone along with this deck of cards that we've chosen. So a little bit about the opalite. It's kind of a type of moonstone. It has a really, really beautiful kind of inner glow to it. And this particular one, there are a range of different colors. It does have some blues, some purples, like some yellow, some gold, maybe even a bit of green. And what it is said to help with is kind of an emotional healing through communication and understanding and creating harmony. So if you're finding, that you could use a little bit of that type of balance in your life, it's a great stone to have, to wear, to meditate with. And it's just beautiful to look at. So that is the stone for your reading. And then we'll kind of dive into the pile here. So the first card, so we're talking about questions, right? So we're opening up with the first question. What is opening up for us? So the first card is the Duck. This is a really lovely card. It's very interesting because if you look at the colors that are in this stone, it is very similar. At least that's what it looks like from my perspective. It has like all the colors that are surrounding this duck here. And so it's confirming the kind of marriage between these 2 ideas of of this, kind of balancing. It says, find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. So isn't that interesting? So one of the things that we're talking about is what is opening up. So when we looked at the stone, and it says that that emotional healing through communication and understanding is here to kind of be available to you to create harmony in your life. The duck is telling you that you have support for just that. So when this message comes out, it's here when you're having when you kind of felt out of your safety zone or out of your element, or you're you're just kind of feeling a little bit stuck, or you just something's not right and you're not exactly sure what it is. So what's opening up for you is balance, and encouragement, and sometimes just being so busy, when we finally sit down and take a breath in our life, we realize, oh my God, how did I get here? That's this feeling of unease, or kind of like just waking up and wondering, how you got here, because something doesn't quite feel right. So duck is here to remind you to let go a bit, float, fly, whatever you need, because you need some comfort, some balance. And that was the same thing that the opalite stone is bringing in for you as well. It's kind of heralding in. So what's coming in for you is an opportunity for support, whether it be through friendship, whether it be through support from family, whether it be from just kind of a lightening of your load generally. That's what the duck is kind of bringing in, is letting you know that it's time, like you've weathered the storm, and comfort is all around you. And it's time for you to be able to kind of sit within that. And if you're not experiencing it right now, that's what is opening up for you. So the second question that we're asking is, what gift is being given? So now with this one, I know this looks like a little bit of a creepy card. A lot of Kali does, and it almost like pushes the envelope a little bit, like just, asking you, like if an image triggers you, why, what is that image doing? Why is it triggering you? This is a very red rooted kind of card, right? It's kind of a grounding card, and feeling comfort is very grounding. I don't know about you, but sometimes comfort food kind of grounds you into the moment, nourishes you. There's so many different ways, but that's what the duck is bringing in. And this is a card called Shamanda. Knowing what to allow and what to fight against requires wisdom. Chamunda is fearlessness, wisdom, patience, and discipline required to conquer any difficult situation. So this is the power to accomplish whatever it is that you need, and she is with you now. Her presence portends a truly exceptional breakthrough on your path. So what is being given to you by this beautiful divine Kali is that it's the wisdom and the strength, and it portends a truly exceptional breakthrough. So something will come in and open up, so you'll be able to receive what you need to receive, or open up to that next level on your path, on your journey. So if you've been, a little bit stuck, and you've been so busy and you're finally being able to take a break, this card is bringing in an opportunity to understand that there will be a breakthrough. Like after a time of trauma, or after a time of just a lot, when you go through something and you can finally rest and take a break and then focus on something different instead of that fire you needed to put out, or getting the kids off to college, or everybody finally getting out of school and getting all that together, or you've just started a new job, whatever it is that's calming down and now bringing you support, will also be able to open up your intuition, your life in general to new wisdom and power to accomplish what you need after that. It's almost like a newfound energy. And so the next question is, what is leaving your life? And interesting, so this is the card of curiosity. And curiosity, I would think, is a really wonderful card, right? Curiosity is a great thing to have. But maybe you've been really curious about this thing, and just that you no longer have that curiosity because you understand it more. Treat yourself to a life worth diving into, and hold on to your childlike lens of the world. Each moment in life is new and has never been experienced before. There is a vast universe of unanswered questions awaiting. So when you have curiosity, that's exactly it, is you're trying to figure things out. And I think that the reason why curiosity is coming in for what is leaving your life is that now, as things and this breakthrough coming through, is that you're going to find these solid things that are going to happen, and some of the things that you were curious about are going to be coming into your life, and a newfound understanding and awareness. You're going to see what you need to see. Things that you were just, you just had no idea, or you just had this like, oh my God, I wonder if I'll ever have the money, or you're curious about, how does that thing work? And then you find yourself, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm actually doing that thing that I was so curious about. So that's what's leaving your life, is now you're embodying those things that you could only look at before with mere curiosity. So lastly, what is moving through your life? And we are working with the Light Seers Tarot for this one. So the first thing that came out is this is I think mirroring what this kind of curiosity is. She's looking at perhaps with the way she used to be. This is a card about overthinking. So it could be that you're in a space, or this curiosity is ended, and now you're just overthinking about, why did you do this, or why did you do that, or putting yourself into this situation where you thought you should have recognized all this sooner. Don't let yourself get tied up in this overthinking. The Eight of Swords is about, communication and language and things like that. And the duck came in here to be able to find balance, and alongside the beautiful energy of the opalite stone. And then this was bringing in some breakthrough that was coming, and allowing you to let go of mere curiosity. So don't let it send you back into an overthinking about the way or why or what you should have done differently. So let's keep going and find out what else. So we have the Queen of Wands, and we have that in reverse. So what is kind of moving through your life right now is like when the Queen of Wands is in reverse. In this card, it's such a lovely card. So Wand is about our creativity, our energy, and the Queen really understands her unique gifts and her power of being able to create and bring things out in the world. And when it's upside down, you have a lot of ideas and things, but you're unable to bring it down. And I think that that's kind of mirroring what is going on in this one. When you're stuck in figuring out all the details, sometimes that's where you get stuck and you can't move forward. So let's see, how is this going to unfold? So I see this one, and then there's another one here that, for whatever reason, this card is the only one that's open here. And so what I see is you're going to be able to have options, because with this is the Nine of Pentacles here, and she's being able to choose the things that she wants to experience and how to bring the money and the finances in. She's all dressed in white, which tells me that she has this newfound love for whatever it is that she's doing. So as portend, and it's interesting that I'm sticking it over here, is that there was a breakthrough on your path. And with this, get beyond this overthinking and allow yourself to start creating. And as you do, you're going to, what I'm getting from this is you're going to be able to have choices and start receiving some newfound either awareness or financial benefit coming in, or people coming into your life, something tangible. And as I have this Six of Cups, so this can be a very nostalgic card, but what I'm seeing here is that when this Curiosity card came out, it said that that's going to be the ending of something, and it's because you're going to be able to see the path of why that you have the certain things in your life from your childhood. Things are going to start make sense to you, and you're going to see, you know, and be able to love the whole path and be able to see with an open heart why you experienced what you experienced. So let's see, okay, this one as well. Again, look at this card is the 5 underneath this 8 of Swords. Again, 5, this is the ending. So when you've got that headache, this is the ending of being able, because once you're going to start to see all this, it's this overthinking. And the 5 is about change. So it's telling you, make sure you change this thing that's tying you up in thoughts. Don't try to overanalyze everything. We don't have to know every little step of the way. So the last couple of cards coming out here, one is the Knight of Pentacles, and as you can see, he's moving forward. He's moving forward, and he's got a trail, whether it be that, you know, you're on social media and you're going to have a following, that you're going to be able to plant seeds and leave gifts that other people are going to be able to enjoy. This could also be a legacy that you're leaving behind. So as you kind of get past this stage, you're going to be able to step into the ability to move forward in whatever it is that you're doing. So the Pentacles are about tangible things in your life. So what you're doing, you're going to be moving forward and being able to let go of the things that no longer serve you. And let's see if there are any more cards, any final card. Oh, I think it's this one. Yeah, look at that. So, and that is the Knight of Pentacles, the card that you want to have when you're looking at, you know, he is sitting in his library. He's surrounded by tangible things, information that brought him to where he is. He's got all he needs sitting with him. He's got the loyalty of his dog. It's really where we want to be in this lifetime when you're looking at being able to create things in your environment, to have them there. So that is what's moving through your life, is the awareness here. You know, it shows this overthinking and this inability to move forward. But it also shows that when you open things up, that you'll have opportunities to be able to, you know, choose how you move forward, and being able to see results of the moving forward and the energy that you're putting forward. You're going to be able to see the steps of why things happened the way they did, and drop this, you know, the changing of this overthinking, planting seeds, whether you're, you know, moving house, whether you're starting something new, and you're going to be able to see a progression. You're going to be able to leave a legacy somehow of what it is that you're doing, whether it's a new job, a new, you know, family, whether you're getting married, whatever it is that you're bringing into your life, you're going to see the progression and movement of that. And the final letting go of the things that no longer, you know, that just, this is about emotions. So this is about balancing and letting that go. The ability to walk towards the things that are much calmer and resonate and bring you more inspiration. And in doing that, this financial success, you don't want, I mean, it, to me, other than the Star, it's like the perfect card to have when you're looking to have stability in your life, money, family. It's all that. He is perfectly comfortable in his own skin, and he's not working hard for anything. So he's sitting in achievement. So pile number 1, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I look forward to seeing you on another day. Have a beautiful day. Bye now. Pile number 2, thank you for being here. So the first thing we'll take a look at is the crystal that you've chosen here for your pile. This is Snowflake Obsidian, And Snowflake Obsidian, I love that it has the white and the black, because to me it brings out the ability to balance something. And I always go back and kind of dig up more information about the crystals when they're chosen at the time that I pick them, because I think that there's a lot of information about stones. And what I found for this one is that it kind of can reveal unhealthy habits that kind of limit us and keep us from moving forward. So you can also use it to deepen meditation and to purify an event after trauma. So it can really relieve the physical and mental suffering after you've had trauma. It's really a stone about being able to balance that. So let's get into your cards. What are the questions that we have for you today? So the first card, there's a beautiful feather here, is what is opening up for us? And you have peacock. So peacock is... it's really a beautiful bird. When you've been around peacock, you can never really forget it, because when they open their tail feathers, it is just this magical, beautiful, mystical, a fanning of itself and opening. It's hard to believe that all that beauty can be in a single bird. So the peacock brings in inherent wisdom. It says inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. So watch it and ready yourself for a rebirth. So that's what's opening up for you, is a newfound awareness or wisdom. And when you have a newfound wisdom, it allows you to, when they say rebirth, it's almost as if you can see things in a new way, so you're never the same again when you get that kind of inspiration coming in. I've been fortunate enough to have a couple of really amazing kind of downloads of information where the truth is that I'll never forget it, and it is true, it'll never be the same. And I think that that's what this card is offering. It's telling you that you're going to receive something that's going to really change the way you're looking at things, and we'll see as we move forward what other messages. So this is it says, holding the highest vision for yourself is a gift of this messenger. Find the wisdom of your soul's long journey home, and it is a divine journey. So this process that's unfolding, it's telling you to know that you are on steady ground and to be open to rebirth that is happening. So sometimes when things come in and they kind of are, challenge you in a way, it can feel a little bit unstabling. But it's a renewal. It's really a beautiful gift, and that's what's opening up to you, this gift of being able to see a newfound understanding of something at this time. So then we're going to move over to Kali. So you were, when I chose Kali, 2 cards plunked out for you, and this is what gift is being given. So you have the beautiful peacock, and you were being given 2 gifts from Kali. This is Dakshina Kali. She appears fierce, and yet she is benign. Her oracle brings the message that a situation which may frighten or intimidate you is well within your capacity to handle, no matter how dramatic or intense that it may appear to be at this time. It shall eventually be little more than a passing memory and not having any negative bearing upon your future. So the wisdom that is coming into you could be related around this issue that you've been having, something that has really been challenging, and you just feel disempowered on some level. Then you have Shodashi, which she helps clean the soul from past hurts. Her presence indicates recovery and a reclaiming of dignity after experiencing either being judged, being betrayed, some sort of criticism. If your innate being has been put down in any way, or if there has been bullying or nastiness directed towards you, this card brings healing and renewing, so you can rise above and lay claim to your innate beauty and worth. So what's very interesting, and this is why I love tarot, it's like we're so guided by oracles and tarot, is that when I looked up the snowflake obsidian, which to me brings balance, what I had never heard before is it reveals unhealthy habits that limit us and purifies us after trauma and can relieve any mental or physical suffering. So I think that these are all working together, and if you've had that in your life, I'm so sorry. A lot of times these things happen to us to bring us aware, and that is what this card was offering as well. I'm bringing the Snowflake Obsidian to help balance and give you some clearing and support from any trauma that you might have faced. And the wisdom that's coming in is giving you a rebirth. So if you have felt disempowered, you'll be feeling empowered. And what is leaving your life, which is the third question that we asked, are these limiting beliefs. So perhaps you had beliefs about you, your own, ability to do something, or, you were been told or raised that that wasn't for you, or that's not how you do, or that's not how boys do it, or girls do it, or whatever. This card is saying that that's leaving your life. And of course it is, because you're coming into a new understanding, a new wisdom, that anything is available to us, that we are here on this planet to do just that, to experience things. So we have a reality when we're born that kind of shapes what we believe. And then we stay and live and ride the rails, and we believe what we are raised to believe until we find a reason or something challenges those beliefs and takes us in a new direction. And that's what this card is saying. That's what's leaving your life, is that those limiting beliefs, and it opens you up to new possibility and allows you to look at the bigger picture, to know that there are opportunities for you. And just the awareness of that changes and creates almost like a rebirth in your whole being, and understanding that there is so much more to you than you believed. There's so much more to where you are. Your words, your wisdom, what you believe is so very important. So if where you are doesn't feel very good, then you ask yourself, where did that belief come from? If any reason somebody bullied you or made you feel less than, or made you feel like you weren't beautiful, or that you weren't smart, or that you couldn't do something, or had some sort of negative way. A lot of times people do that because they have their own insecurities, and rather than looking at their own, they kind of try to point out things about other people, and it's usually a projection of themselves. Really, a lot of times it doesn't even have anything to do with you. Doesn't mean, please forgive me, I'm not laughing at, people being mean, but it usually has nothing to do with you, and it's like deflecting their own pain. And if you can look at it as, that's their stuff, and, kind of like allow the wisdom and yourself to see the whole situation in a new way, and then you see the limiting beliefs for what they are, you can really move into a whole new direction that's very, very empowering for you. So the last question is, what is moving through right now in your life? So let's see that. So as this opens up, and all this, the opening, and so moving through, we got a really great card here of movement. This is the Knight of Swords, and we know that the swords are about our communication and, information. And it's interesting that he's getting on his bike. He's going in a whole new direction. Now these limited beliefs, he's leaving them behind. He's moving forward. And the cards, the King of Wands is here because this is about being able to move. He's got this beautiful lying in the background, and he's got the sword, which represents this outwardly energy. Even though he's standing strong, he has the knowledge and the information of how beautiful his energy is, his creativity. This is about being able to stand in your power and know who you are, what you're bringing out into the world. Now, there's a Five of Pentacles here, and I'm going to grab some more cards around this one because this is about this limiting. So, and it's interesting that it's here underneath this, that's saying this soul. It says Shadashi cleanses the soul from past hurts, and her presence indicates recovery and a reclaiming of dignity. And this kind of feels like this old energy that kind of steps back from time to time. And don't be afraid of it when it comes back in. We've all said, geez, I thought I I've already done all the work around that. So it is possible that you can kind of find yourself slumped into that same limiting belief because it may have been a life that you were accustomed to, and then sometimes we fall back into what we know. But be aware that this will pass, and that you really have the wisdom and the key that you need to move forward. And try to be easy with yourself. Be loving and gentle, because we get conditioned over years and years. So allow yourself to softly nurture yourself if you have a relapse in the way that you're thinking. So what else is moving forward? So we have the 7 of Cups, and the cups are about our emotional and what it is that we desire. Now, the 7 of Cups is about a lot of different choices. So maybe it's interesting that this is under your limiting beliefs, and maybe these beliefs let you believe that you didn't have choices. And so that is part of what's moving through your life, is you're now going to see choices in a new way, because you also have the Wheel of Fortune, which is telling you that things are shifting and changing. There's going to be a balancing of the way that you look at what you have available in your life. Things will, she's happy and high on the top. Know that things are always changing, and if things move back into a space like this, they will change again. But I think what's opening up for you that you have not had available is these different ways to look at things, these different directions, because you were limited before. And this is, I feel like she's on top of the world and just saying, look at me, I can do whatever I want. And she's got all these coins, so she's experienced, she's been around the block a few times. It doesn't mean a woman or a man, but it's just, this card is saying that you've been around the block, you've seen things this way and that way, and now you're seeing things in a whole new way. So let's see if there is anything else being revealed to us. I got these 2 cards. Okay, so this is the 7 of Swords, and this is like when things, it's the illumination of these things that have kind of been hidden and under wraps, things that you didn't see before, the words, the way things are said. So this is reiterating all that over these 2 things, the way that the past has been, and the way that you've been treated, and the way you've limited yourself. You're really, leaving that situation. This is leaving. So you may have to let go of people, of places that take you back into that limiting, because people like to control other people at times, and I don't think they always do it consciously, but we all want to feel empowered. And if you don't feel empowered about yourself, sometimes you try to interject that towards other people. So you may have to leave situations that are limiting for you. But whatever it is that you do, success is there, because this is, all these hands are applauding and seeing you, and I think you're going to have success. That's what the Wands is. The Wands is really like the ultimate card of saying, I've achieved, I made it, I've allowed something to come out to the world sees my creation, and I have success in that and feel good about it. The spotlight is there. So this is a great card to tell you ultimately you're going to have success in the new direction that you're going into. So pile number 2, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and I will see you at another reading. Bye for now. Pile number 3, welcome back. This is very exciting. So I have this crazy crystal that I found in something completely unrelated. It was a box of a lot of random things, and this was in the bottom of it. I found it very, very interesting. And when it chose itself, I have a grouping of crystals, and it kind of said, this is the one that wants. I thought, well, I'm not even sure what it is. So it sent me on a journey to find out what it is. And I don't know if that has relevance to your reading. We will find out. But when I look at it, in one way, it looks like a Buddha. Another way, it looks like this great owl. So that's why I call this crystal the wise one. But what I found out is, I believe it's a stone called lemonite, which in some areas of the world is really considered one of the most precious crystals. This is a crystal that goes through a lot of different transformations before it gets to this state. It's kind of like an iron oxide, but it also has hematite, and it goes through this hematite stage into this limonite stage, and it brings about some sort of kind of clarity and wisdom. And because it's a heavy stone, because it has that iron in it, it feels like a very grounding and nourishing stone. So if you felt unstable, know that this stone kind of brings in a little bit of a grounding element to it. So let's get into your cards. This is really fun. So this is the first time doing this. So the first question was, what is opening up? And you received 2 bird feathers. The first one is the ostrich, saying the choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. So if there's something that's been plaguing you and you haven't figured out which way to go, then this card is opening up to tell you that the choice is going to be a little bit more clear. Because the second card coming out is the Finch, offering new opportunities, and choices are opening for you now. I swear this is the way they came out. Isn't that interesting? And they have very similar colorings, this kind of white and black, and this has kind of a yellow behind it, which I find really, really, it's so beautiful the way the messages come out for us. So when I look at what, in the guidebook, at what the ostrich brings in, it invites you to reflect on your personal journey. And yeah, if you've been in search of knowledge and wisdom, this divine messenger urges you to begin to move ideas and energies out of your brain, out of the mental realm, and start to apply them in a very practical way, using all that information. So that's why you're going to be able to, like if you've had all this stuff, but you haven't felt like you had enough to move forward, this is telling you it's time. It's time to move forward, because we have the Finch. And when you get a message that reiterates again and again, which both of these birds are looking at each other, working together to help you to see and claim them, this new opportunity and opening that's coming out for you. It says that it's bringing a gift of abundance in the form of opportunity. So are you going too fast to see it? If you are, slow down. Balance your activities with rest so you can see these new opportunities as they're coming out. And the Finch also reminds us, through its kind of lightness, very different from this bird, it says, Finch also reminds us, through its lightness and connection to air, to watch our mental activity. So sometimes we can kind of, think and think and think and think and be very excited for new information. But sometimes new information is just more. And, sometimes more is just more, and it just kind of clogs the field. So let's go to the next question, is what gift is being given at this time? And we've gone to the divine feminine Kali for that. Now this may look like a little bit of a scary card. It is a lotus flower, and the lotus flower, as we know, rises up and presents itself after time of struggle. So Bhairavi Yogini, face your fears, for it is the right time and you are ready to overcome them. Oh my gosh, you have 3 cards telling you that the time is now. This one says, it's like the choice is clear for you now. The opening is here for you now, and you are ready to overcome them now. Embrace your path with confidence, healing around belonging and abundance. That was the other message from Finch here, is taking place within your soul. You are spiritually protected from toxic energies, and recognize your inner divine badass and commit to your dreams with conviction. Wow, that is so very beautiful and exciting. Pile number 3, I'm so happy for you. So the last one is, what is leaving life? And it's interesting, the inspiration. And, you know, if you think about it, your first thought is, well, I don't want inspiration to leave. So I worked as an artist for a couple of decades. And one of the things that I needed to begin a project was inspiration. I needed something to inspire me to move forward. And if you've been collecting inspiration and not moving, then that's why this is leaving you, is because you have what you need to move forward. That's what these cards were saying, is that there's a new opportunity. Don't look for something better. This is coming to you all. It's all coming together for you in a way to help you recognize that you have all the inspiration that you need to move forward, and it's time to solidify, to open yourselves up and move forward with those opportunities and allow the abundance to come into your life. So that's where we're going with Light Seers Tarot, is what's moving through your life right now. So interesting. Look at this. So this is the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is about taking a pause. So in all of these cards, it's saying everything is moving forward now. So I think this is telling you to take a pause from the way that you used to do things. It's like, this is your heart. Where is it that you want to go? Swords is about your information, your ideas, things. Let's find out some more information as to what this is saying. Okay. It's so funny because a big stack of cards came out for you, and it kind of looks like too much, but I'm going to take them. So what is coming out is the Seven of Cups, and it's all about choices. You now have choices and opportunity. This is cup energy, so it's about what you love to do, and it's going to bring you about, like, I think this is like this. When you have too many choices, you tend to not move forward at all. And the World card is what happens when you have everything that you need to move forward. The Devil energy comes out when you're addicted to something. And then the Three of Swords comes out when you feel heartache. So what all these cards are kind of moving forward saying is that you have a choice in front of you and opportunities in front of you right now, and to face your fear, because this is all about abundance. So don't get addicted to this old way of feeling like that you were all tied up and you didn't have what you needed, because the world is available to you. You have many, many choices. Move forward. Don't get stuck in this choice phase. When you're unsure, take a moment to rest and relax. And the last card in this big grouping is the Two of Cups. And I think the Two of Cups energy is coming after all this, like up, down, up, down, up, down. Maybe that's the way your life, that path that you've been on, has been. It's interesting. When I said that I, was looking at this stone and how he looks like wisdom and a Buddha, and how he's been through so many different transformations to become what you're seeing right here in front of you. That's what this feels like. This feels like you've been on this path and you've been kind of stuck in this, victim stage where you feel like you can't do it, or you're not sure because you have so many choices. But it's telling you that you've always had the world. You may be one of these people. I totally relate to having like the ability to do a lot of things. And when you're really good at a lot of things, it's hard to sit down and make that decision. But it's time. Something is going to open up that's going to clear away some of this fog that you've been in, and it's going to show you the opportunities. When they come, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted by going back into old narratives. Move forward, because something really divine, something is coming together for you in a big way to help you finally realize and claim them, claim the opportunities, claim your abundance. Let's see what else is showing. So this is, yes. So this card is coming out for strength. And then lastly, these two cards kind of popped out together. It's all about standing in your strength. She's got this beautiful heart around here, because when you understand that you don't have to push something to be in your strength, and you can allow and nurture that soft, beautiful feminine side in you, which is why I think the Queen of Pentacles came out. She understands. She's sitting in her true nature of creativity, and just, this is a beautiful abundant card, which, excuse me, is where the ostrich started from. It's so funny because I feel like energy is being released from me. It's like I'm releasing old narratives right along with you and opening up to abundance. I can feel this in a really big way. And this new abundance is going to allow you to see your strength in a new way. This has been quite a journey for you. And I'm sure that you have had heartache. I mean, we all have. We learned from this. But it's time for you now to bring yourself together in a new way with strength and abundance, security. Know who you are, this beautiful creator of your world. She's sitting here in comfort because she's finally reached a place where she knows who she is. She's reached a level of abundance where she can take a break, rest, close her eyes, and be secure in who she is. And know that all of this path brought her to this inner wisdom and strength that she now moves through the world in. So pile number 3, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed the reading today, and I look forward to seeing you on another reading. I hope that you will continue to come back, and if you like what you see, I hope you will share it with others. And yeah, and you know, if you haven't already signed up, click that subscribe button so I can continue to bring content to you if you're interested. So thank you again for being here. Have a beautiful day. Bye now.